welcome. That was abrupt because I had the video up and it started playing the music in my ear and I was like, wait a second. Anyway, welcome to Two Greek Geeks. Kalimera, kalispera, not kalinichta yet. So, welcome. I am Costa, and this is
Eleni, otherwise known as Helen.
And welcome to Two Greek Geeks, where we, we'll talk our Greek culture and collectibles and pop culture. So, and
I have been admiring your beautiful merch, Costa. My goodness, I need one of those.
Well, it'll be available soon. I'm just testing stuff out. I don't know how, I'm like, do I like it? I gotta, we're working things out, but I'm into it because I wouldn't have worn it. And I'm like, oh, is it the right size? Is it too much Randall on this shirt? Probably not.
There's no such thing as too much Randall.
Too much Randall.
That does not exist. Too much.
Randall. It's very niche. It's very niche too to the channel. There's like nobody outside the channel is going to be like, what is that? What is that puppet? And why is it saying buy Star Ace? What is Star Ace? But anyway, so yeah, we're here, and why don't you tell everybody what our treat is for today?
Sure, I'm very, very excited. So we had Orthodox Easter a week after everyone else, and the traditional Greek bread we have, it's a sweet bread. It's a little bit like a brioche, but it has some pretty Greek specific flavorings. Like some people use mastika, which is like a gum. Some people use maklepi, which is a beautiful mastika is like one of my favorite flavors. Like mastika ice cream is seriously the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. It was so good. So good.
Mastika to put in, or liqueur to put in your drinks. Oh my God. Mastika is this little sap from a tree, and it's only available in one little part of the world's climate. So most of it is off of my father's island. He doesn't own it, but that's where he was born and raised, called Chios. You can get some in Cyprus and in Turkey, but that's it. There's no other place. It's very rare. And it's sap that drops off the tree and they pick it up. And man, I should have been prepared for this because I have pictures of the mastic trees. Because we went to the museum there in Chios, which they have this massive mastika museum, which tells the whole history of it. And it's now put into like all kinds of stuff, and it's good for digestion. What else? It's just
delicious. It's so good.
You can have, here's the crazy thing about the tree. Like you can have the trees anywhere, but they won't sap unless they're in that climate. It's the craziest thing. So
there you go.
So yeah. But as you were saying,
so Tsoureki, you have to make it on Easter Saturday. It is a process. I spend every Easter Saturday at my mum's house because it's got to rise multiple times. It's delicious. Traditionally done in a loaf like Costa has got there, and you slice it up and enjoy it. Even though it has a ton of butter in it, warmed up with a bit of butter on it, delicious. My mum, bless her, she makes me these little individual ones that I can freeze have as a portion. And I was telling Costa, my Tsoureki has a bit of a secret to it. Because my mum, bless her heart, was watching Greek television. And what did Costa Dina see on the Greek television?
What did they put?
This is probably not going to have as dramatic effect as I wanted it to have. Nutella
what?
In the Tsoureki, Costa. Nutella.
It's come
incredible. Nutella. Look at that.
That is crazy.
Nutella weaved into the Tsoureki. Thank you, Greek television. You've not brought much joy to my life, but the Nutella-filled Tsoureki is a treat, and I love it. You heat
It's
it up in the
also
microwave, it softens. Beautiful Nutella.
your tea or coffee.
I'm in heaven. Yeah, absolutely. Nice cup of tea
Uh-huh.
or a coffee. Like Easter, I think, is the most delicious Greek holiday because Tsoureki for breakfast, you're having lamb, maybe like a nice avro lemon or soup with some lamb, delicious.
What
Like
did you do for
Easter for
Easter this
me is
year?
more.
What did you do?
Well, I mean, I don't have a lot of family in Australia. Like all my extended family is in Greece. So it's just like me, my mum, and my brother now. So, because my mum does the full on Orthodox fasting, which is essentially like being
Same.
vegan.
Not me, my
So for
mom.
her, yeah. So
My
for
mom.
her, it's like we do the Tsoureki on the Saturday, and then she goes to like the midnight mass. She wants to have the communion and all that. So then it's the avro lemon or soup with the lamb shanks, and then she'll do like a roast leg of lamb for lunch, Tsoureki for breakfast. But yeah, I mean that's kind of the only family we have in Australia, sadly. But not much of us. So yeah, it's just us getting together and enjoying some nice food. But as I say, for me, it's definitely on the Saturday my duty of being the sous chef to my mum to make beautiful chureki, including these Nutella stuffed ones,
Mm.
which are
This
so
is
good, so good.
this is store bought. I was gonna try to make it, but I was like, after looking at the recipe, I'm like, no,
Hmm.
it's not happening. And we don't have a place near here. I was lucky enough that my wife works close to a place called the Euro Market, and they have all basically this Euro Market has only things that are Greek, Turkish, and Eastern European. Nothing like no Italy, no
Mm.
Germany, not, like they have pierogies and all kinds of Greek products. But yeah, she was like, "Oh, it's right on the way home." I was like, "Yes," because
Aw.
if I would have had to drive out there during rush hour here, the traffic with the
Yeah,
just
yeah.
it would have been an hour there and an hour back. Where without traffic, it's only 30 minutes. So yeah, I was lucky enough for that. Normally for Easter, before my parents retired and live most of the year in Greece, we used to go to their house and get a whole lamb and roast the
Mm.
lamb on a spit and have family
Yum.
over. So yeah. Yeah, Matthias, that's what I'm saying. How do you have a Euro market and you don't have all of European foods out there? Like, come on. So, but the last 5 years since, well, yeah, since 2021, we've been going. My youngest brother lives in New York City, so we go to Astoria and eat at this restaurant
Mm.
every year. We go to this restaurant and we'll get a bunch of food for the table. It's just usually just him and his wife and me, my wife, and then the littlest one because the older kids they got their own things to do, so they don't want to. Actually, a couple of them don't even live in near us, so because they're at school. But we'll do that, and then afterwards we'll go to this cafe around the corner. That is a Thessaloniki cafe, which is where my mom's
Mm.
from.
Oh, really? Thessaloniki's beautiful. I've been there.
Oh, yeah. I need to take. We need to. I need to go back because there's so much history
Oh my god.
with the
The best
Byzantine.
the the best burratsa.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what burratsa is, but the best burratsa I've ever eaten was in Thessaloniki. It was so good.
No, Bugata's delicious. So,
It's
so
like
yeah.
a breakfast custard pie for people going, what is, and it's like a beautiful semolina custard, and then on top you've got icing sugar and cinnamon dusted onto it.
Hmm.
Because I tell you, the best thing about being Greek is the food. Like burgatsa, that, and yeah, like a nice coffee in the morning for breakfast. Can't
That
beat it.
reminds me, there was a when I lived in St. Louis after college, there was a Greek restaurant there, and I guess in St. Louis and in Chicago, he's there's a big Greek neighborhoods in Chicago where they like to put the cheese, they flame the cheese, oh my God, Saganaki, yeah. They like to do flaming Saganaki. So you get the flaming Saganaki, but dessert came, and my parents just happened to be visiting us, and they had galato burico on the menu, right? Oh
Oh,
yeah, milk, delicious. It's just, yeah. The guy
the
goes,
best.
"Do you want me to light this on fire?" And I was like, "Wait a sec, what?
What?
Let's do it. Let's see how, like, is it gonna caramelize? What's gonna?" And it did. It caramelizes. Oh, it was so good. They pour
So
the
what
thing,
did like the top of
flambéed
the
it.
syrup on the filler like go almost like creme brulee? Like
Oh
it
my
had
God,
like a
yes, it was so
oh
good.
wow.
Yeah.
I love a good one. Like
Um.
my mum is famous in Perth for like the borico. Like whenever she goes to like whenever she's invited to Greek friends for like a yorti, like a celebration, it's
Mhm.
like, are you bringing galacto borico? Like it's like politely suggested because she does a really great one.
It's so good though. So.
She puts a bit of lemon zest in her custard. It's so good.
Mm. Um.
Delish.
So. Um. Actually, I was gonna say, the Nutella, the Greeks putting in Nutella and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Back in like '93, the first time I went to Greece, uh, when we went, I was like, we're like getting gyro or souvlaki and sandwich, pita, whatever, and they had French fries in there in the thing, and I was like, what is this? So now it's like a whole. Now it's everywhere. Like it's over the
Yeah.
years, all the places here, they just throw French fries or
So good.
what do you call it, chips in their
Hot chip.
for those outside of the United States, chips in their gyro
They're so
or
good.
their souvlaki sandwich. And yeah, they do things different there. And now I heard that they put mustard in it, and I'm like, why? What's going on? So don't do that. No, just the tzatziki is a good enough sauce. Why would you want to put anything else in there?
Oh, you should
Anyway,
see what Australians put in kebabs, Costa. It's just a
Uh-oh.
crime. It's a crime against food. Like seriously, they have like tomato sauce and barbecue sauce and jalapenos and pineapple and the most ridiculous things. And I laughed 'cause when I went to Greece, I committed the cardinal sin of asking for lettuce, and they looked at me like I had three heads, and they very promptly said no. Onion, tomato, and hot chips. That's it. Nothing else. And I was like, okay,
Lettuce.
apologies, namaste, namaste.
Just
I'm
remember,
sorry.
guys out there, a real Greek salad does not have lettuce in it.
No.
A traditional choriatiki salata is
So
like,
good.
you got your peppers, your reds, your greens, your oranges, whatever color pepper you want. Sometimes there's tomatoes in there. Sometimes there's not. Sometimes there's cucumbers. Sometimes there's not. There's onions. Some little bit of Greek olive oil. And by the way, Spain and Greece supply Italy with most of its olives for their olive oil. So, fun fact.
There you go.
It's not really Italian olives. And then a little and some feta. That's all. And everywhere
And some
you go
olives,
here,
maybe.
yeah, and some olives and some olives.
Delicious.
Everywhere here, they'll throw lettuce in there. But 2 nights ago, we went to a concert, and this concert venue has tables, and you have dinner before. It's called City Winery, and the band that we were seeing was playing there, and they had they called it the Greek farmer salad. And I'm like, that's not a real salad. And then my wife spotted it on somebody's table, and she's like, it looks like choriatiki salata. It doesn't look like the crappy. And we got it, and it was delicious. So don't put lettuce in your Greek salad. What?
No, do you know what happens in Australia? Bless their hearts. Any salad they add some feta to, they're like Greek salad. It's like, no, sir. Your garden salad that you've crumbled a bit of feta on is not a Greek salad. It's an abomination.
It is.
And I don't want to know. I don't want to know about your garden salad with some crumbled feta, and you call it Greek. No, that's just highly offensive to me.
All right, let's say hi to the people in the chat, and I can only put part because I see some people were on before we started, and I want to say hello to Uncarded Reviews. Kalimera, everybody. They say the Bro Collector. That Tsoureki looks like Wolverine's abs in the picture. It does. It does.
Wolverine's beautiful seamless abs.
Good morning, Simon Kenobi. And then, yes, hello, guten Tag, and greetings. Welcome, Matthias, from Germany. And yes, it's a shame. No German food products at the Euro market. Shame on them.
Boo.
Winman42, what's up? Happy Easter bread day. That was technically, was that last weekend or the weekend before? You know what? I can't remember
weekend
now.
Before.
I'm like the worst Greek. And Sterling, what's up, Sterling? Fine Arts. Good morning. Welcome. And Bro Collector says lettuce is just a cheap filler. It is, but yeah, still, it's just bell peppers, feta, maybe some cucumbers, maybe some tomatoes, some onion, possibly. It just depends on what you have on hand. Olive oil, and you could put on a little bit of red wine vinegar in there, just a little, just to give it that acid taste to it. So
I like a little bit of oregano.
Oh, yes.
I like to sprinkle a little bit of oregano on my Greek salad.
And I will tell you,
it goes beautifully.
The Greek oregano or oregano is probably the best.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell it, there is a difference. It's so weird. When my mom brings back, she'll pick it from the yard that they're at and just bring it, because it just grows everywhere. My wife is like, oh, thank God, another year of having the Greek oregano. Yes. So yeah. Should we get into some talking about some pop culture?
Sure. I'm gonna keep going with my Tsoureki, but sure.
No, I got so much coffee and dipping to happen. So we apologize for talking with our mouths full, but whatever.
It's part of the Greek experience.
Mm-hmm. And now we're gonna talk like two old Greek grandmothers gossiping, because that's what we do here. And we apologize if we offend anybody, because there are going to be some things said that we're probably going to get shit for, but I don't care.
So we're talking about the Catwoman, are we?
Well, we're not starting with the Catwoman. Oh, I'm not starting with that. I don't want to start off negative. But we will start off with probably one of the best figure announcements that we got all week. Oh, let me share this with everybody.
Is it the Deluxe Trooper?
No, it's even better. The Deluxe Trooper? What do you think? I'm a trooper lover? Come on.
I don't know.
It is the artisan Luke Skywalker from The Last Jedi. Who is not excited for this? I mean, for God's sakes. This is Miss Allison she is like, what? She's like, yeah, this is it. Hold on, let me see if I can. I can.
No, Miss Allison was having a meltdown about blue milk or something.
Yeah.
And said Hot Toys was phoning it in because they didn't include blue milk, and I didn't know what that meant. But I just nodded my head and went, okay.
So, yeah, I already have it, guys. I already have it. Actually, this is one of the figures I have a pile of figures for sale. And part of me wants to get rid of this because it came as a from Pop Collectibles who kind of forced my hand into getting this. And fuck you, Pop Collectibles. Those, yeah, and don't listen to any of those. If a YouTuber, I got mine from Pop Collectibles, you can too. You're gonna get it up the anus. Now I am starting off negative. But I will tell you, my experience with Pop Collectibles has been nothing but pain. 3 months of like sending an email, getting no response, sending an email, getting a response, getting a response, telling me, no, you can't get a refund back, and we'll keep the NRD. Because I'm like, all right, NRD, I'll sacrifice. I wanted to cancel a figure. It just goes back and forth and back and forth. And then last thing, what do? They're like, yeah, no refund. We'll give you store credit. And I'm like, I don't want store credit. I just want the remaining bit of money that I had back. Also, no Pop Collectibles does not have, let me fix my camera. They do not have any policies on their webpage. 0 policies. So
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
For years. I've been talking about this for years. So they don't have a policy structure, rules, regulations, nothing. Also, they'll charge you an arm and a leg for shipping. That's the other thing. And also some other stories that didn't happen to me that have been posted is where somebody will pre-order something, then the figure gets really popular, and then they'll increase the price on you, even though you pre-ordered it for the other price. So, or they won't send it to you. They'll start shipping everybody else's, and then a month goes by, and you don't get it.
Yeah, they try to find then cheaper local stock afterwards.
Yeah.
So they try to sell what they have at that inflated price.
It's yeah.
Me, because someone was talking to me about they pre-ordered something through Pop Collectibles and they've changed their mind, and even they just conceded to me, it's easy to just get it because I know they're never gonna.
Yeah, they won't refund you.
Anything. Like I'm better off just buying it. And I just went, wow, how crummy.
Anyway, obviously for me, just a real quick talk about the Star Wars real quick. I'm okay. Like, to me, I'm not excited about any of these except for Yoda. I will probably get Yoda only. Darth Maul, I got the Darth Maul that I want. Not a trooper collector anymore. I used to try to do the named ones. That's too much. I'm just trying to do my favorite movies. I wish this was the cartoon version of this figure. And this one, why are we doing artisan this? Unless they're like, we could do a quick artisan of this one, and then in 2 months, we'll release an artisan of another version of Luke that everybody actually wants. You know how they do that? They're like, let's throw out a figure. Not everybody's looking for this. And then, and then they're like 2 months later, they're like, yes, we got the figure that we actually wanted. Like Indiana Jones. We got old Indy. And then now we have Temple of Doom Indy, but everybody still wants the original one. So we're still going to get that. Anyway, that is my...
way about the Age of Ultron 4. I feel like that's a precursor for them giving us, like...
Yeah.
The one from the Thor movie or Avengers 1.
And
because that's what people prefer.
Don't get me wrong. This Darth Maul looks cool. But... it is, I guess people it's still not seamless body, I believe. So,
can I ask a legitimate question about that Maul figure? Like, seriously,
go ahead.
How different is it from any of the other Maul figures that they've done? Because they've done a few, right?
Yeah.
So is there anything insanely different about this one? Like, is it the vest? Is it the leather vest? Like, what?
So this one. This one has the new head sculpt from the previous release, but it's based off of the Clone Wars body where you can take off his shirt. So like the one from the original movie, can't take any of his clothes off and have like the tattoos and stuff. So this is like a mishmash of, now this lightsaber blade is different. It's new. The way it's jagged on this side. Normally they're smooth, but I guess in the TV show it might be jagged when he's like twirling it. You get this cloak that's different. That's from the show. I like how they're like, where is it? Where they're like, here are 4 different looks. Yeah, no, 4 different interchangeable heads. Here, 4 different looks. You're like, oh, okay. 4 different display styles. Now, I think the body is better than the original version of this body. He doesn't look emaciated, like super skinny. I know they did you do a decent job of hiding the joints, but you can, if for those people who are purists with not having joints, this has joints. So, but yeah, did you say this is that all real leather, or is that net pleather? No, it doesn't say.
I don't know. It looked like leather, like a leather look vest to me. What it's made of, I clearly don't know because I did not look at any details about this product. Because
for me, if you're making it based on a cartoon, let's make it look like it's from the cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Oh wait, you can't even see. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So this is just like having a regular mall. So yeah, I probably am guessing that Miss Allison is waiting for next week. May the 4th is on a Monday. So either we're going to get stuff during next week or maybe drop Sunday night for Monday. And Miss Allison is just like, let's do this. So get ready, Buttercup. There's some Star Wars coming.
The Star Wars has been coming for the past 2 weeks.
Have you even watched Star Wars?
I saw one Star. Have I not told you my Star Wars story? Have I
you
not
probably told it and I wasn't on stream, so
maybe. So I've never been a lover of sci-fi. And I remember it's in high school. And one of them, which one I can't tell you, was digitally remastered with 38 seconds of additional footage. And my brother's like, we're going to the cinema. You're going to watch Star Wars and you're going to like it. And I was like, okay, sure, buddy. So we went to the cinema to watch Star Wars. And I legitimately fell asleep and woke up to like, pew, pew, lightsabers, pew, pew. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And my brother's like, did you fall asleep? I was like, yes, is this over? He's like, no, we've still got. I'm just not a sci-fi girl. And I'm probably going to make even more people unhappy. I saw The Matrix for the first time this week.
What?
No.
You didn't like it?
Didn't like, nah.
Wow.
I spent so much of the movie going, am I liking this? Do I like it? What is this? And then I started to get a bit of interest. And then, do you know what got me?
The
whole, oh, he's dead, but Trinity kisses him. And the Oracle said, I will fall in love and that person will be the one. And then he springs back to life and everything makes sense. And I was like, boo! Why does the woman always have to fall in love? Boo. Boo. Although I did have fun, like, recognizing all the places in Sydney that I have been. So that was great. So I don't know if it was just
a reverse Snow White.
Seeing it, obviously 26 years later. Has it aged or I don't know. But obviously I now know there's like 4 other movies. So I know he's not dying. So, the stakes aren't quite there compared to if I was watching it in, I don't know, the year 2000, whenever it was released. But I'm just not a big sci-fi person. And I'm just like, I just cannot. But can I just say about the Star Wars? Circle back to the Star Wars. In addition to how I feel about the Star Wars, there's two things that crack me up about the Star Wars fandom. One, none of them strike me as being all that happy with the direction Star Wars is going in. Oh, woke Disney, they're wrecking it. But, Costa, what makes me laugh is they don't like it. But then if you say you have no interest in Star Wars, oh my God, they act like you kicked their dog. What do you mean? It's the best story ever, really? Because you don't convey to me that you're having a fun time watching the Star Wars. But also, we have had so many Star Wars announcements, like the Mandalorian and Grogu is like weeks away from being in the cinema. And we've had like 8 to 10 announcements from that movie. And seriously, like, think back. It is very rare to get one figure announcement before a movie, let alone the amount we've had for the Mandalorian and Grogu. The 2 life-size things have been released. And they're still not happy. Every time I go to an online space, but what else are we getting for May the 4th? I want more. Disappointed. I'm like, you guys have all the things and you're never happy. These people are never happy. I cannot with this fandom.
You're right, because there's so much Star Wars. I want my Star Wars. I want the original trilogy. Give me just like one thing. I'm fine with one thing. I'm fine with them announcing 10 things and only one being something that I like. I'm fine with that. But you can't say that you don't like sci-fi, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why right now. Because if that's the case, then you cannot like Captain Marvel. Because that is a sci-fi movie. That is a sci-fi movie. And the Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians
Fun fact,
of the...
I did not like the first 2 Guardians movies.
What? That's it. 2 Great Geeks is over. 2 Great Geeks is over.
Bye, Galimera. Can I just add? Can I just say, I didn't like them when they first released. When the 3rd one came out and I rewatched them in sequence, and I think because I found the first one a bit stupid. I think at the end, when you had a little bit more of the emotion and the backstory of Rocket, and then seeing it as a complete story, I was like, okay, I have an appreciation for this now. When Guardians first came out, I was like, what am I watching here? This is ridiculous. This is the most ridiculous movie I've ever seen. I think seeing them in the Avengers and seeing them in other properties made some of the characters warm to me a bit more. But then, as I say, when I watched the first 2 to then watch the 3rd, I was like, oh, okay, I can now appreciate this. But when they first came out, no. I think the Guardians movies, the first 2 were some of the few Marvel movies I didn't see at the cinema because I just felt no motivation to do so.
Those were like we took the whole family to see those. Like my wife had gotten done with Marvel. She was like, it's too much, even though she's a huge Marvel fan.
Yeah.
But she was like, it's too much. And then she's only gone to a select few movies with me. The Guardians movies, Captain Marvel after that, those movies. And then the Deadpool movies. She loves Deadpool, so she wanted to see those. Yeah. So let's see. What are people saying?
Is anybody still watching after all my revelations?
Well, Windman loves the shirt. Where can he obtain this beauty? This is a sample. So I'm just trying to see how it looks. Somewhere I need to sneak on Pop Culture Living Room. I'm gonna sneak it in somewhere in here. But I really dig like the quality of the shirt too. I'm liking it a lot. So nice. Randall says, buy Star Race, baby. Buy it. You're gonna love it. Let's see. Matthias is like, oh, I thought you would say Yoda. Yeah. Revenge. So I'm trying to stick with mainly OT, but some from the prequels. And I have all the ones that I want from the sequel trilogy. Although that Babu Freak 1-to-1 Anzelin, the one with the little mustache and he has the little tools and the goggles, the one that they just released.
Oh, I call him Man Boob, sure.
No, he's Babu Freak. That's his name, Babu Freak. Anyway, Valkyrie Magnus, what is up? Good morning. Good morning to Costa and Helen. Good morning, Valkyrie Magnus. What's up, Calvin? Good morning. Good morning. See the Bro Collector. Anybody else see the 1/6 scale alien? That's coming up next. We were going to transition from hating one sci-fi to going into another sci-fi. Although Star Wars, I will say, wait, I'm going to say real quick. Star Wars is more sci-fi fantasy more than science fiction in itself. Like something, because usually science fiction has some actual physics involved. Like Star Trek is very much based on the possibilities of things actually being able to be conceived to be like they're communicators. Now we get to see we're doing that now, right now. I'm talking to you through the internets. So what were you going to say?
I do want to see the first Alien movie.
Oh my God, it's a horror movie. If you like horror movie, it's pretty, it's good.
I want to see it. I do want to see it. I'm not committing to the rest of the franchise. I just want to see the first one.
I'm guessing I want to say this is about the Matrix. Matthias is saying, how do you call that over there? Hot take. But it is a hot take because a lot of people, it's only the first Matrix. After the first Matrix movie, it all falls apart.
Well, it's funny because I was talking to Bob Dylan about the Matrix because he has like this cool Matrix display. Excuse me. And I said to him, I was like, which is considered the best movie? And he said, he goes, I'm probably not the best person to ask. I think the sequel is the best, but I don't know that many people agree because I guess this was where coming out of the cinema, because the cinema near my house has this really cool thing where they're playing retro movies every week. So the week before was like Batman 89, which was awesome because I had never seen it in the cinema ever.
Oh, yeah.
So, but seeing it at the cinema, you're like, oh, okay, I can see some of these things haven't aged well. So this is where with the Matrix, I was like, I don't know if it's a case of some of these things haven't aged well. Because I would bet money I was the only person in the cinema that was seeing it for the first time. So it was like, is it a case of it's hard watching it with 2026 eyes?
Yeah.
But then I was also going, I don't know which is considered the best. Like I know the fourth one that came out, people were like, no bueno. But I don't know if the first one was the best and the most highly regarded, and does it go downhill from there? Because I don't know if I give the sequel a chance or not, because I struggled through bits of it.
I would give the sequel a chance in the sense that you like John Wick. A lot of what was drawn in from like the action from John Wick is kind of from like the Matrix or the Blade movies.
That was like my favorite part of the movie when they said, what do you need? And he goes, guns, lots of guns. I was like, oh, that's the line from John Wick as well. Like, that was my high point
That's
of the
why
movie.
They put that line in John Wick, because it's Keanu Reeves. So the action sequences in the second one are good. I will say that. So everything in the Matrix, for me, everything out of the Matrix just depends. The third one's just it's a little hard. Like the second one, you do get some good like moments where where the story, you're like, oh shoot, because like things are happening just like in the regular Matrix. Things are happening on the ship as well as in the Matrix at the same time. But the first one, definitely the best one. The second one is good.
Okay.
And probably good enough to see. The third one, I try. Sometimes I did do a rewatch of all three like 6 months ago. And that third one is kind of tough to get through, but Let's see. Valkyrie Magnus. As a Star Wars fan, I want as much Star Wars figures as I can get. Me too, but in a certain area. Costa, I need that shirt too. It's coming. I'm actually in the process of making several different merches. I'm working on doing just the garage shelf on a shirt.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's coming. Hats with the logo embroidered into the hat. So like new era style hats. But I have to see how they turn out. I don't want to
yes.
put them up there and then when I get them in hand and I'm like, ooh, and then somebody already ordered something and I'm like, no, we only want good quality. So, but yeah, it's going to be an
I need to,
embroidered. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I need to check out that website that you sent me because I want to, mainly more for myself, have like my own branded shirts that I can just wear on the stream and just have my little logo. But I thought about that, like a hat would be cool as well. So is that the same website that you're using? The same website? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I'm only using the one website. And they got me this shirt quick. Like the place I used before that was like, it took weeks and weeks. And I'm like, where are we making? Are we making the shirt from scratch? Are you picking the materials and then making them into fibers and then putting the shirt together from scratch? What's going on? But yeah, I'm the By Star Ace, baby. Yeah, so that, and I'm trying to do the garage shelf. Although every time I'm trying to put figures into the display, but every time I try to do that, like I'm using. So I used Adobe Illustrator to trace everything and make it into a clip art, but then I'm like, I could throw this into ChatGPT to add the figures. But every time I'm like, please add like generic action figure to shelf. It's like copyright. I cannot, I'm like, I'm not saying any kind of So now I'm just going to have to go and pick some figures and then like cut them out and then shrink them and have everything it'll look pretty uniform, but I'm just gonna have to go back to the old school way. It just takes longer.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see, the movie Alien scared me as a kid. Same here. But we were allowed to do all kinds of stuff as kids in the 80s. Like they're like, go. We had our basement was finished, so we had a TV in the basement with cable and HBO, man. Just without any parental supervision. Let's see. Pollyanna says Matrix 4 is the worst of them all. It is. It is. It was. I was sad that we couldn't get, a good Matrix. We had one of the Wachowskis come back to write it and direct it, and anyway. Although, if you want to check out a non-Matrix movie, the Wachowskis sisters did. Their Speed Racer movie, I know back in the day it got crap, but now it's getting this cult following, which I'm happy about that because it's so beautifully shot and the colors. And so go check out Speed Racer. I know it's on one of these streaming services. Now, sticking with the whole sci-fi thing. This dropped today and I was like, when did Hot Toys start making shoes? Like, because they dropped it on their thing and you see Reebok in one corner and Hot Toys in the other corner, and I'm like, are they part of this? Like, did Reebok and Hot Toys get together to make alien sneakers? So there they are, Ripley's shoes. Who's getting these? I'm not getting these. But I'm sure somebody's out there is going to get them. And with the 40th anniversary coming up, you should go see. Definitely catch Alien. It's a very good movie.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I actually downloaded it before my last trip to Hong Kong and was going to watch it and then just didn't. Just didn't really watch anything when I was there. So yeah, I do want to watch it one day. Time is just not my friend sometimes. But my question to you, Costa, is do you think these are wearable shoes or do you think these are little replica 6-scale shoes? Because I remember when I was in Hong Kong, they had the little 6-scale boxes
Oh, they are
of
6-scale
figures.
shoes. I just
So is it
realized
just
that is somebody's
Yeah.
hand. I just
Yeah.
saw that. This is somebody's hand. Look at that.
So this is what I'm wondering. Do you think they're just going to sell the shoes as a little you can buy, or do we think this is a teaser to a figure?
I want to say both. And here's why I'm going to say both. I do not believe in the movie they're wearing branded shoes. You know, like Reebok wouldn't be prominent. So these are a replica of they released these, a version of these like years ago, I believe. So these are, wow, I just noticed that that's somebody's hand. Like I couldn't tell that was somebody's hand. I love how
because
you have
the thing that gets me is Hot Toys typically doesn't put the branding on shoes. Like that was the big thing, like the Miles Morales figures, right? Like people got annoyed. Where's the Nike swoosh? Same with like the Keaton Batman. He's wearing Nikes. Where's the branding? They never do it. So this is where I'm like, this is interesting. So this is where I wonder, is it a collab just to do the shoes and the shoes will be released as a novelty like those little 6-scale boxes, or is this part of a figure coming out? Because I mean, 40th anniversary or not, we know that's not how Howie rolls. Howie has no rhyme or reason. But I do wonder, because I have thought, and I can see Uncarded Reviews has already said it in the comments, I think there has been a desire for some people to get an artisan version of Ripley. Could this be leading to that?
Definitely.
Could this just be an accessory, a random thing they drop? I've got no idea. It will be very interesting to see what comes of it.
I'm trying to pull up a picture from the movie to see if there's the actual branding on them. Because that'd be interesting that Reebok was around. Because there are corporations that are, the whole thing about the movie is the world is run by corporations, like 5 big corporations, and to have a brand in there that's an actual brand from our time. Let's see.
Well, maybe they made the shoes, but they didn't have the logos on it.
Well, that's what I'm checking. Because there's,
in today's day and age, they 100% would have logos on them, but
yeah, I'm trying to see. So I found a picture of her holding Newt, but like the shoes are kind of blocked out for a little bit. Let me see.
because it looks like they're in multiple places on these ones. You've got them on the side of the shoe, on the tongue. Are they on like the straps as well? Like
they are on the. Let's see. Here's a better view of it.
Lots of branding per shoe.
Let's see. Open image and new tab. Nope. That doesn't help me. No, I can't find it. I can't find a good clear picture, but it doesn't look. Oh no, it does have Reebok, or it has something. No, it has Reebok on it.
Does it?
Why won't it let me have that picture? Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get this picture. Because they have a, let's see, open image and the new tab. Let's see, can I zoom in on these, please? So I'm going to say that where it says Reebok, they have something, but it's not the actual. So if you look down here, this is where it would say Reebok to here. And then the tongue looks like the tongue.
Yeah.
Now this is probably, I'm going to say, I don't know if this is an in-movie shot or if this is a like a promotional still.
Uncarded Review says, look at the power loader scenes. They show them there.
Okay.
And the Broke Collector says they're real Reeboks in the movie. Wow.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Then beautiful. So yes, definitely getting. There's no question. No question. We're getting Ripley, baby. Now, are we getting a deluxe with a power loader? Huh? Are we getting the deluxe? Oh my God, I'm gonna get the deluxe. Although then we would need an alien from that movie, because that's the second Aliens. That's Aliens. Because Big Chap is part of the first one, and they have that available. But Big Chap is just a man in a suit, and you can tell in the movie, the original movie, that it's a man in a suit. It's great. I love it. And that's why that looks the way it does. And the newer scorched alien xenomorph has a much more like alien-esque-ness to it, you know, the legs. And so I'm kind of interested, to see what kind of aliens maybe they give us too. Alien Day, isn't that technically tomorrow, right, guys? Is that tomorrow? I don't know.
I didn't even know there was an Alien Day.
Well, there's a day for everything now. So
Well,
anything,
everything does have a
something,
day.
yeah. May the 4th started it all. So May the 4th, there's Alien Day. There's, Pi Day is to celebrate 3.14, the pi, which is fine. And pie. If you want pie on Pi Day, it's even better.
Delicious.
So yeah, we're definitely, and an artisan version would be great. The only thing about artisan anything is that there's limited numbers. I don't like limited numbers.
Do you think, could you perceive a situation similar to Jack Sparrow, where we get a standard release, a deluxe release, and an artisan release? Because
I would hope so.
I would think that some people would want a power loader and some people wouldn't. So might we get a sculpted, just the Ripley, deluxe is Ripley sculpted with the power loader, and then the artisan is Ripley, power loader, rooted hair?
Yeah.
Is that possible? Do you think the franchise is popular enough to carry that many SKUs?
So here's the weird thing. I'm going to say yes. And that's all based on the new movies and TV show and everything we're getting from Alien. Like, and it's not just rehashes, reboots, or whatever. They're actually taking their time, writing a good story. The Alien Earth TV show is one of the best TV shows out there. I loved it, especially as a Gen Xer, and hearing all the needle drops at the end with the music. I loved it. Well-written characters. Noah Hawley, beautiful. Alien Romulus did very well in the movies. Same thing with Predator. It's like we're in a golden age of Alien and Predator, and there's definitely demand. I feel. So if we didn't have the new movies, and it was just, rehashing those first two movies, because really after the third Alien is, and then the fourth one's okay, but definitely better than the third one. But them having actual new movies and TV shows for both of these, for both Predator and Alien. I mean, look at all the ones coming out of the new movie for Predator. You're already on the third figure.
Yeah.
Also, 2 figures deep on the Prey movie from Predator. So there are also a lot of people back collecting a lot of these. So yeah, and having a Ripley and even the power loader, I'm sure they're going to do the power loader. They know that they have the market for it. They see what it's getting on the secondary market. So yeah. We'll go down here. They are the real Reeboks from the movie. They are the real Reeboks from the movie. I posted a picture in the Discord. Oh, well, we figured it out. And Dream and Visions, welcome. Oh, look, he's got Beetlejuice on his who, me? He's like, how old are you, Beetlejuice? Who, me? 25 cents. Yes, thank you very much. That's my if those are that's for Howard Stern lovers out there. Not the Beetlejuice from the movies. Not the Beetlejuice from the movies. The reason why they call him Beetlejuice is because his head's so small compared to his body, and it's kind of reminiscent of the end of the movie. Anyway, thank you, Dream and Visions, and may the 4th be with you too. But we will. Next week I will be doing a stream for May the 4th. So yeah. Yeah, permissions to use licensed products and branding typically needs to be negotiated separately from the IP. It's a very common practice. Yes, and it costs money. And that's why Hot Toys doesn't normally do it. But in this case, having them branded will make this figure more popular. It'll make it more of a want compared to the previous version. I want a 1/6 scale Alien Queen artisan version, of course. Artisan Alien, there's no hair on that. Artisan just means hair, unless, yeah. But that would be a massive...
Stunning hair craftsmanship, how dare you? That's what it says on the box.
I'm sorry. Stunning hair craftsmanship.
Stunning hair craftsmanship.
But yeah, uncarded reviews being cheeky right there. But yeah, having a 1/6 scale Alien and Queen would be freaking massive. Be massive. That would be cool though. It would be cool and massive. Massively cool. All right. What else? You know what? We'll save Catwoman for last because everybody knows what we're gonna say about Catwoman. Valkyrie Magnus, LOL, Artisan Alien Queen. But they won't know what we're gonna say about this one, which was a surprise. Also, oddly enough, it was dropped with a lot of Star Wars stuff. Like, that was weird. And why all of a sudden would we have this dropped into our lives? I will say it does look pretty damn cool. I won't lie to you. I am tempted, but then I have to go back and grab all the Hono stuff. And you know what I'm talking about already. It's Weapon X.
I have a question for you, Costa.
And welcome to the death of Hono. Long live Hono.
You took the words out of my mouth. Do we think Hono, however you want to pronounce it?
Hono is done.
Dunsky, see ya, RIP.
Gone. They're done. You can tell, one, by the sculpt, right? Two, it looks like the same body silicone that they're using, but the most telling sign is, hold on.
Display
base. It's coming. Shh, you ruined it. I'm trying to be like, hey,
the pictures. I had someone comment, and I think it was valid that they would have preferred the snow base they randomly had in one of the promo pictures.
Considering,
and I'm like, yeah, valid, because it's very bare. Like, you're not bare. Like, I mean, it is bare, but I mean, like, you're not getting a lot of accessories with this guy. So this is where I'm wondering if things that were planned Hono will now just be done under the Hot Toys comic banner.
Totally will happen. The reason I feel that this was made as the comics changed over. One, we haven't had an announcement for a Hono figure in forever. Yep. The only figures left to drop to be released is a Spider-Man figure from the animated series. All the Star Wars ones have been released, the Darth Vader and the Stormtroopers. This is clearly was meant to be for Hono, and the most expensive Hono one, or Hono, or whatever you want to call it, was the Darth Vader at 220. Next was the Iron Man at 215. And for an extra 35 to 40 bucks, I'm guessing that's where the silicone, because this is at 270. So that's where the silicone extra, like, seamless body parts come in, because only the legs, not the middle part where the legs connect to, and the upper torso, those are the seamless. So I'm expecting that this middle thing is covered with cloth, but it is plastic. It's just like straight plastic
Oh
under
yeah.
there.
I think there's going to be some joints and whatnot, and I think even I don't think it's seamless wrists either, but I think the outfit, whatever those cables are, kind of hides
Yeah,
it.
they cover.
So
It's,
it gives that impression. So, but I think it's interesting because oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I feel so silly. Because sorry,
well,
this is what I was gonna say. On the thing of do we think Hono lives or dies? Those Star Wars releases, they didn't really post much about them. They were really quiet about that on the Hot Toy social media, I felt. They
yeah,
didn't really do the typical, oh, here's the figure hideout video, here's all the stuff. It was like, oh yeah, here's some stuff. Woo, Mando and
but
Grogu, look at all this stuff.
did the figure hideout even order that figure? I would hope so. I think they did. Like, I had that
I think
same
they did the
feeling with
Hono Vader.
uh what was it? It was a figure that was recently released, and I thought that figure hideout didn't do a video. It also had a bad head sculpt. Oh, it was I think it was the Daredevil. I was like, that's weird. I haven't seen any. Oh no, the nice pool. It was the nice pool. I was like, oh, I haven't seen anybody repost anything. So, like, the algorithm wasn't sending me any of that stuff. But then when I went to Figure Hideout's page, they did have it. But if you notice, I didn't see anybody share the video. So
Yeah.
there were people that didn't care. It makes me sad, because I wish that they would continue that Rebels line, because I want all of my, those figures in animated form. I do not like the live action versions of them. But I do think that Hono is dead. It was an experiment to see what they could do. And I'm also guessing the price of materials going up because of what is going on. I'm sorry. I apologize to the rest of the world. Uh, we are very. I didn't vote for it, but whatever. But yeah, everything's going up in price, so you can't have an intro level um, company unless you're really going really intro, like you're going old Hasbro, the Hasbro 12-inch figures, or the Migos, or something that's not like so detailed and um, articulated and looks real. I do like this. I'm tempted to get this, but I will probably not, because growing up, there were only certain comics that I actually read, and I really got into comics, I guess you could say, in the 90s. Well, I was a teenager into my young adultness. So I guess the 90s would be where you would get into it. So I'm still waiting on freaking Todd McFarlane to make an actual 1/6 scale Spawn figure. Let's get on that already. So that, like, comics like that. I also like weird ass comics, or not your typical comics. Like, if we're gonna go to Marvel and not typical, there's a Vision comic, which is like 11 or 12 issues. That is not your typical Marvel style comic, because Vision makes his own family. He has a family, and
Oh.
yeah, he makes his own family and tries to live a suburban life, but things happen, which is a good one. I like Saga. Do you read any comics?
I haven't in a while, but most of the comics I read were more around Batman and the
Okay.
Green Arrow and whatnot. Because when the Dark Knight came out and people started talking about, oh, this is based on this comic and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. So then I kind of got some of the the paperbacks and whatnot, and read up a few of the backstories and whatnot, but I've not been a huge comic reader aside from that.
So yeah, so like with Batman, I also do not like the typical. Well, I take that back. Like, I guess these are very famous now, but when I was collecting them back in the '90s or what have you, like the Long Halloween, which
Oh, yep,
I
I've got that
believe
one,
is
yep.
is amazing. I do like the Dark Knight Returns, the Killing Joke. The newer stuff.
Killing
I like
Joke,
Dark
yep.
Knight's Metal, and I might go down the InArt rabbit hole of Dark Knight's Metal 1/12 figures with them. Although I would like a proper 1/6, the Batman Who Laughs, which would be freaking amazing. But I like Saga is not your typical. I wouldn't. It's very popular, but it's not your like typical comic. I like stuff from. I have particular writers. So like Brian K. Vaughan, I like most of his stuff. So he does this. He has this one called Paper Girls, where it's about uh, these teenage girls who are are paper girls. They deliver newspapers. This is set in the '80s, but there's also time travel and some other things that happen in it, which is really cool. Joe Hill's Lock and Key. If you have not read Lock and Key, don't watch the TV show on Netflix. That's more of a fantasy. The comic or the collected editions is much more horror than what's on Netflix. But Lock and Key is great. Anyway, to say that unless like the X-Men did some kind of like offbeat type of thing, I probably won't, don't read like the straight story type stuff. But I will watch the shit out of the animated shows. Boy, did I love those. And the animated Spider-Man. So yeah. Let's see. Dream and Vision. It looks very cool, but not collecting comic book stuff. That's totally cool. What's up, cat in the house? By the way, I have two cats following me and our members. I have Cat in the House and another new member named Peppers the Talking Cat. So that's yeah, I got two cats now. Along with the 4 cats that I have at my house. Wait, 1, 2. No, I have 3 right now. Sometimes we have 4. Sometimes we have 5. It just depends on when the kids bring their cats over.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a lot of
Let's see. Uncarded Review says Hono has gone the way of the Hot Toys Hot Angel line. Every few years, Howard Chan introduces a new Hot Toys subline and then abandons it. The new Hot Toys SoFi Galactus will be another one. Yeah, soft vinyls. Leave those to Mondo. Mondo and NECA do some soft vinyls. A lot of those like smaller toy I still have my X-Men comics from the '90s and Cars. Awesome. Yeah, I do have a couple of X-Men comics from the '90s, but not too many. So there he is. And he doesn't come with much. And I guess for the price tag and getting a fully seamless-ish body, I mean, even, who is it? Fison, their wrists aren't totally seamless, but they try to make them as seamless as possible, because then you can't like switch out hands.
Yeah, correct.
So then, you would have to get switch out arms or something. I don't know.
But it's really well done. I think the only really visible joint you're going to see is the neck joint with the sculpt. Like having the seamless ankle. I don't think we've seen that before with the male figure. The wrist joints are covered up by the outfit. So I think it's really clever. And I think, I absolutely totally expect there to be some joints under the little bit of clothing he has. But I don't mind that, because if it helps alleviate some of the stress on the silicone to help avoid cracking or strain or whatnot, then I have no problem with that.
Yeah, but you're right. It looks like the only joints, because the way they have the sculpt and the hair, I don't think you're going to see the neck joint. but the shoulders are totally seamless. The elbows are totally seamless. It's just the wrist, but those are covered up. They did a good job. Hey, Sideshow, let's upgrade. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything about Sideshow's Lydia Dietz, only because I do not think what they showed in their picture, which you shouldn't do this Sideshow. You shouldn't post a prototype. Well, I guess if they say it's not the final. Anyway, you say Feisen, but there's no Feisen body in the picture. But I'll wait till I'll wait till you show us what it, because Feisen does have like the limited, not so obvious the way they have them in that picture. Because I'm sure Feisen would be like, please don't show that picture and say it's ours. Please don't do that. I used to love Bernie Wrightson's Swamp Thing. That would be a badass. That would be massive too, but I would love a Swamp Thing. That is one of the, I didn't read the comics. The only comic I read that had Swamp Thing in it was Constantine, Hellblazer. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, that would be cool to have a 1/6 scale. I mean, if we have a Hulk, we could do a Swamp Thing. Just have him bigger, a big figure. Let me see. Is there anything else you would like to talk about? Did I talk about Superman last week? Guys, anyone? I don't remember. I don't remember talking about.
I was keen to know though, because I know that was one you were eagerly awaiting. I would love to know what you think.
Okay.
I was very impressed with InArt's, I guess, would you call it engineering around having the faces and the hair separate so you can mix and match. I just hope that you're not going to get some kind of visible hair join in some of them, because in a couple of the pictures, and it may just be positioning, but I am keen to know what you think and which one are you getting, but also how ridiculous is the Superman base with the tiny little crystal on it? What is the point?
Yeah.
Just have a flat base. That looks so silly.
So yeah.
It's not a diorama. Don't bother.
So from where it started 2 years ago to now, leaps and bounds.
Mm-hmm.
This looks great. The only thing I'm kind of like wish InArt would do, which they still don't do, is either get a good photographer, or don't post the pictures that don't look like this one. He looks like he's high.
That was a bad picture.
And it's the smirking sculpt, but he doesn't look like he's smirking. It's so weird. But then you take the hair off of this, and it looks perfect. So to me, it's all camera. And I want to tell all of you companies out there, did you honestly go through a check and thought this was good? Like, same thing with we'll find out with JazzInc. Don't blow smoke up my ass and tell me it's an iPhone pic. The iPhone is a freaking beast when it comes to taking pictures. You can take amazing pictures with a phone. This takes amazing pictures. Don't try to diminish your pictures by saying it's an iPhone. And two, don't post pictures that look like shit. You're going to cause so much more controversy, because this caused problems. I know.
I did see a lot of comments on that, and that's probably my one gripe with InArt, is they do these like moody, shadowy images, and I'm like, can we not just light the figure nicely and just show us what it looks like? Like, this whole shadow moodiness, I just don't think is necessary. I just want the product in some nice lighting so I can clearly see it.
And to be honest, I know a lot of people have an issue with this emblem, the way it's like sewn in. From a distance, you're not going to see that. Yeah. And the other thing is, I'm thinking it's a way for them. What did Chris tell me yesterday? I think Chris, you guys might know him as Rocketman Chris. You might know him as the Dangerous Doug. Had a chat with him yesterday about this figure because he got some info about it. and how they actually did make a full base for this diorama base for it, and they had some other things that were different, and they cut them, like they
Oh.
cut, yeah. So he wouldn't be surprised if they make they have the base made still, but sell it like they do with the Lord of the Rings figures that they do,
Sure.
where they sell it as separate and give you that option. For me, I can just have a plain Jane base, right? I don't care. Like sometimes that's what happened to me with the Batman new 89 Batman. I was like, oh yeah, let's get that diorama base. I'm gonna get it. And I already had the DX08 or 09. And when I saw it at New York Comic Con in person for the first time, I was like, oh, that base is big. And I'm like, do I need that? Do I want that? What am I going to do with that? And then I didn't. And I was like, I canceled my order. I kept the DX09, which looks fantastic. So I'm okay with not having a base. Just, yeah, like you said, keep it plain.
But you know what I would prefer though? Just flat.
Yeah,
Because
just
that
flat.
little thing just looks like it's gonna get in the way. Like if you want to do soups in a walking pose, that thing's just gonna bug you. Because I'm like, just do 2 flat bases. Like, what do you need that little thing on there for? If you're gonna do some big elaborate diorama down the track, it's even more reason. Just keep the base plain. Keep it flat. It just looks silly.
Oh, wait a second. I see. So I'm trying to see like what the whole issue is with the sewing in. It's sewn in differently in the actual suit. So this is on eBay. Somebody's selling a picture of this. Let me bring this up.
I
No.
have to say, this is detail that I just do not study. Like everybody
No,
was so
same
upset
here.
about
You
this
know,
logo, and I was like, I think it looks fine. What's the problem?
you know, I'm whatever blind. Screen accuracy blind. You know I am. So
Yeah,
here.
you're a bit like me. Like, does it look cool? Do I like it?
So you can see that there is a sewn border around that, but it's sewn the opposite way. So you see how it has a ridge, a dip in, like here.
Yeah.
So it's sewn in the opposite way. Also, it's not as glossy, and I see people have an issue with the glossiness of where'd it go of this one. But this one is more protrudes out compared to the other one. You can see that it's not dipped in.
Gotcha.
But I mean, and it's glossy. So maybe that's why I couldn't tell. Because like when I see it, I'm like, this looks like Superman from Christopher Reeve, baby. So but yeah, I'm excited for this. I will be getting the 2-pack because this suit, this whole thing is stunning. Like look what you're gonna get for the price that they're I think they've learned. They're like, let's stay with no magnetic bases, no we don't have to root these all the time. No
I have wondered if things like this and the Batfleck not
That looks
having
amazing.
rooted versions is also a very deliberate. We got to get stuff out the door quicker.
Do you see that?
Let's just do some sculpted. Yeah, I think it's great.
That is
I
stunning.
think it's really good.
That's stunning.
As
right
I said
there.
though, my only thing is, I hope the hair joins are not that obvious, and that this is just a little bit of positioning. Because on some of the hair pieces, it stands out a bit more than in others. So this is where I'm hoping it's just maybe someone's not placed it exactly where it needs to be.
I didn't know Pollyanna was Gilbert. What's up, Gilbert? Right? It's Gilbert Hartman, right? Yeah, I'm right. Yeah. I was like, okay, cool. Now I'm just gonna. Let's see. The
I
S
don't
logo
like YouTube
is
showing
stitched.
the handles and not the names. Still, it's annoying.
I hate that too. That's dumb.
So annoying.
The 89 2.0 base takes it on another level for me. Oh yeah. I'm looking at it now as like where I have the Batman. That my diorama base would be in. It would be in a in the box because I wouldn't be able to put it out because I want everything in that case that I have the Batmobile in. So, but it does. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just I'm noticing myself not using it, or if I do, I make my own now with this 3D printing stuff. So um, I'm enjoying that. And by the way, if you want to join us on the Discord, the link is below. We talk about 3D printing. We talk about building display case. We talk about toys and collectibles and all kinds of stuff. And we have all kinds of collectors in there. So it's not just for 1/6. So yeah, the Discord down below. Let's see. Dream and Visions also says, I don't mind the stitching on. Yeah, right. But I don't like the stitching on the collar. Oh, because you can see it. You know what? It's hard when you get so small and you try to shrink everything down. I think that's what happens on some of these. If you can get the right color thread is another thing. I don't know. There's a lot of things. Maybe it'll be fixed. Let me see. How does it look on his? Yeah, it's a different. You don't see the stitches on the actual suit. I think it's like rolled over, and it gives like a little piping look to it. But yeah. What? Well, Gilbert says, "What's up, guys?" And Helen. InArt 2-pack
Hello.
Superman Euro over here for 659 euro. Oh, well, yeah. And then you guys, because you can't get it from InArt either. Like, but you in Australia can, right? You can get
Sure
it from
can.
InArt. Yeah,
Asia Pacific,
539
baby.
US. Yeah, 539 US with free shipping. Plus, they gave a $30 off coupon. I would have been. It's like, Hot Toys. Just make it. Make your own version. Don't like. That's what I hate about these companies. But anyway,
so
those
do
are my.
you think though? My one question is, if they're doing separate dioramas, do you think we'll get a phone booth? Because I do think, given they showed the Clark figure opening the shirt with the Superman logo, like that would be pretty epic to have. And they did with the Joker staircase. They did a really great job of having that diorama have that kind of 3D look to it, even though it wasn't a honking big staircase. Do we
Well,
think they might do something with the phone
no,
booth? Because that would
no.
be
You
cool.
want to know why? He
Why?
never used the phone booth in that movie.
Oh, does that come later?
Well, I'm gonna guess the phone booth came. It might have been in the second one, but it also could have been
I
in
see.
the comics, or because it's been around for so long. He used a revolving door, like spun in the
Oh,
revolving door
okay,
and then came
sure.
out. Um, but he considers using it, and then he goes, "No," and then walks away from it. But yeah, he doesn't actually use it in the movie. Um, but if you are in the Discord, we have STL files for a phone booth, and you can make your
Oh,
own phone booth for Superman if you really want one.
there you go. Hop onto the Discord, folks.
Yeah. So yeah, so those are my thoughts. Wow, I just realized there's freckles on the neck and everything.
Yeah,
Like right here.
I think it looks fantastic. Like I remember we saw that prototype from Wonderfest.
Yeah, a
I
long
feel
time
like it
ago.
was 2023. It was a while ago, and it was not looking great. So they've definitely
Mm-mm.
done a lot of improvement. And I do think the whole concept of the two faces and the three hair pieces is a really nice way to do it. I think for me, I was looking at it going, yeah, I think they've done a really great job of it. Like InArt's done some really high quality looking releases of late. So I'm just eagerly awaiting that Catwoman, the Anne Hathaway Catwoman, because
Okay.
I think that's going to be a nice upgrade from my Hot Toys 1.0.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll definitely be like that. The Hot Toys, even the Hot Toys 2.0 is kind of.
I didn't even go there. I went the
It looks
first
like
time I
it
went
went.
to Hong
There was
Kong.
a downgrade in
It
that.
was so cheap. I went to Toy Hunters, which is like a Hot Toys retail store near Secret Base.
Mm-hmm.
And they had it massively on sale. And I was still like, no, I don't. No.
Before we move on to the final topic, we're gonna spend some time. We're gonna try to end at noon, because I got to go do things, and I'm sure it's midnight where you're at.
Yeah.
Try not to keep you, but I wanted to say where to go. All right, so I have to do this every time, but here is. I want to say thank you. Actually, can I even show this? I don't think I can show this unless I do this. Hold on. Yeah, look at this. I'm not doing it in OBS is a little different. What is going on with this? Why are you doing this to me? Why? I want to say thank you to the channel members. This is the garage shelf. I've gotten so many members now that I have to split them up onto two different cards. So I want to say thank you to all of these guys who helped me get materials, and I have a bunch of big tutorials coming up. I just need my ADHD to work with me so I can actually focus and get them done. Yes, I have ADHD, which it all makes sense now. Like my life makes sense. So I'm trying to do things. I'm trying to stay off medicine. So now I have a an organizational book to keep me on track. I'm trying to stay off the internets in the morning. I'm waking up at 5 in the morning to do all my video stuff, so I can because I get a lot more stuff done then, because by the time work's done, I'm so tired, and I'm like, because I have like so many thoughts going on in this head. So many thoughts. So I want to say thank you to the Broke Collector. This is the garage shelf. This is the upper tier where you get all of the tutorials for no ads. I also, oh my God, I keep on forgetting. I'm just going to put a general 15% off of merch coupon in the chat, in the comments, in the where you post for what do you call it? Members. There's a place you post for members. You also get 15% off of merch, so you'll be able to grab one of these for that. I just gotta make one now and put it in there. I'm like the worst. I'm sorry, guys. I want to thank the Broke Collector, Andrew Nyhouse, Solid Yaz, Seneca, Pepper the Talking Cat. Hello, and then the newest member. I don't know. I'm gonna butcher this, and I apologize. I'm gonna say Nigdayek. Nigdayek. You can always send me a message to let me know if I'm pronouncing any of these wrong. I try to do my best because people pronounce my name wrong all the time. It's Mamalise, not Mammalus. It's also Constantine, not Constance or Constantine or whatever else these MFers are, That is the garage shelf. And then where'd it go? The other group. Where are you, my people? Let's see. Well, let me just transfer over. Oh my God. Will it transfer? Let me transfer over. No, I got to do this. Then I got to do this. And then 2. Oh no. I didn't save. Did I not? No, I picked the wrong one. You didn't see that. You're not seeing this.
Dude,
Do
what are you
not
doing?
pay attention to the man behind the curtain. I have to delete that other one because that lists all of the ones that I could, you can fit. But now that I can't fit everybody on one, I have this one. Let's see. Is it this one? Yes. There we go. This is the display base. So it's just the base. The other one's a garage shelf, and then the if I make any other tiers, it'll go with the grails. The grails will be the next tiers. But Lewis Labitz, Windman42, Cat in the House, Preston Hoskins, Big Rib, 1/6 Delight, Figurecraft, Commander Green, 6 Scale Shero, Chewy's Bandolier, Blue Tattoo, Leo Soto, Gurgamus, 6 Scale Sith, MB Dyson 829, Pedro Lopez, 1/6 Syndicate, Woody Warren, I Am Jundum Valkyrie Magnus, S-Beam, Red Priest 76, Vader Vin, Simon Kenobi, Steven Shepard, Dagito, Aziz Azni, and Dirty South 009. Welcome, Dirty South. What's going on, people? Oh boy. Yeah, so I have, that's part of the thing. Thank you to everybody. If you want to become a channel member, it's down below. Again, you don't have to become a channel member, but if you want to help the channel, why can't I shut this off? Why won't it? Oh, it is off. Never mind. I just realized that we are at full screen. All right, here we go. We got 23 minutes. And go.
You want me to start? Oh my goodness. Look, I have lots of thoughts and feelings on the JazzInc. I think there's two recurring themes that go through my mind. One, which is a comment that was made to me by someone that I fear will be true, in that I think this will be the most expensive third-party quality figure we ever buy. The second one is, don't post questionable images and then get pissy at people's commentary and feedback. You are in control of your communications channels. You are in control of what you show on streams. And when you hold up a figure which has a head sculpt that we're not even getting, that has no neck, and you provide no context, that is not the move. That is not the move. And this is, I'm getting a little bit over the posting of images with no context. Like, what am I looking at? And then to talk to us like we're not smart people. Oh, I just want to take a moment to tell you about focal length. Sir, do not start with us. So, you are in control of what you publish. Don't publish stuff that makes the product look bad. But as you said earlier, like talking down iPhone images, I'm sorry. Justin, love him or hate him, his video quality is fantastic, all done on an iPhone. So many people are creating on an iPhone. It's not like you took your potato flip phone from 2001 and took the picture. Like, you're posting this stuff, and because it's not all praise, you can't deal, and then you talk to us like we're the problem. I'm just getting a bit over this whole situation. Just show us the final product whenever it's ready. This whole, it's just not working.
I will give Yost this. He didn't post the focal length thing. Sean Dabbs did. Then Sean Dabbs noticed that people were like, "Why are you insulting us?" And he edited it. I have the original version of the thing. Also found out from Maz's Toy Box. Go check out Maz's Toy Box. That focal length has nothing to do with the fatness of a face. It's the focal length. He was because he's an experienced photographer who knows about this stuff, because I don't know, 90% of us have no clue about settings in a camera, and I do YouTube. I still don't know the settings in a camera. I don't like focal length. I just know it gives me a nice blurry background the lower the number is. That's it. And it's called bokeh. But other than that, no, yeah. So I think this post was supposed to, let's read it. I think it was supposed to show the base and in proportion to the figure. That's what I thought.
Costa.
So okay, here are some pics.
What's the name of the company?
What? JazzInc?
JazzInc Dioramas. That diorama is not great. Your name is JazzInc Dioramas, and your diorama, I guarantee you, someone in your Discord is probably making something that looks more textured and detailed and interesting than this.
Well, I mean, with 3D printing, like even if you want to go ABS, which is this, and I know they like injection molding better than the layer thing, but you can make molds and injection mold dioramas and little things if you want to, because you can 3D print the mold and then use that mold to inject ABS into it. So we can injection mold at home now too, but this is what it says. Here are some iPhone pics from the 92 Pfeiffer Catwoman 2-pack. Now, I don't know if he was really emphasizing iPhone pics, but why wouldn't you just say pics? All right, we can pick that apart. We will improve the evenness of the hell here sign and paint the T and the O darker. Also making some subtle improvements to the paint of the head and clean heads you are not seeing are being redone. Okay, so that's all right. Just to show you some progress. That's cool, but this fucking showing of progress, I think the biggest thing for me is not the showing of the things, right? It's the discourse that comes after the showing of the things. And we look like monsters. But we're just pointing out shit that everybody can see, except for the loyalists. Now, I will say there are some good things in here. I'm not going to say that it's all bad. But my first initial thought when I saw it, because I saw it on my phone, I was like, ooh, that looks like Barbie-ish. That's like a Barbie-ish figure. And I know they made a special body for this, right?
Those curtains look nothing like. They're horrible. They're horrible.
It looks like my daughter made, although my daughter's pretty good at sewing. So never mind. Also, I did not shoot the second licking cat and more accessories that are not shown. Hope you like as much as I do. Okay. Did they get rid of the comments on this? No. Okay. So, like, I feel like David Adams, the shills, 6-scale shills, he's been demonized with this too. But, then you get like the people, looks better with
coming out on point. Everything I see on this picture is pure art. I love everything about it.
Well, somebody going after someone else for their opinion. Like, if you think it's good, I'm not going to be like, you're fucking wrong. This is piece of shit. And I want to shit all over your shit. No, I'm not going to shit all over your shit. If you like it, that's awesome. That's great. You found some good things. But don't yell at me if I find some things that are... Also, I would say there's a fine line between like nitpicking with like the Superman, emblem and stuff like that. That's like nitpicking. But there's a lot here that I don't like. Like, yeah. I know some people are having problems with the flock cat. I don't think it needs to be flocked, but whatever.
But I think the thing is,
I'm excited for the cat, by the way, to get a few of those cats for my cat to go, because I have a black cat and I'm excited for Isis.
But do you not think, for a company that talks about powered by collectors, we're so communicative, we do things differently, the fact that they haven't properly announced product changes, like because people questioned, okay, what happened to this diorama? You said snow-covered diorama. The diorama's not covered in snow. Okay, Warner Brothers made us change it. So why didn't you announce that in the group?
Yeah.
Like, I would have thought, given let's give feedback on the box and some of the ridiculousness that's been happening of late. Why wouldn't you do a post to go, hi guys, just letting you know, we have to change this diorama, because the specs say
I
that the
am
diorama will have
excited for these
snow.
cats. I just want to say, I have a little itty bitty black cat who's probably, let me check to see if she's outside the door, because
Oh my
she's my
goodness.
shadow and she follows me everywhere. And I'm wondering if she's sitting out there. It would be interesting. Her name is Luna. Because she,
Luna.
actually Luna P. Let me see. Is she on here? Luna. No.
Goodness.
Normally she's outside the store. I'm shocked that she's not here.
I'm with you on Carded Reviews. I think the diorama looks cheap, and that's what makes me laugh. Like, the company name is JazzInc Dioramas, and the diorama looks like a letdown.
It does look cheap. It doesn't look like
the window also doesn't give you any perception of depth. Like,
yeah,
I kind of feel like in picture framing,
what?
you know how you do like the shadow boxes and it gives you that depth.
Yeah.
Like, I think there needed to be like more, like, aside from those curtains, which look like cut up bits of computer paper. Like, it's lacking in so many ways.
So before we go any further, I want this to succeed so bad. I have the 2-pack.
We all do.
I have the 2-pack.
Oh, you got the 2-pack.
Hell yeah, I'm debating on whether I should tell Kit to. I don't know if he'll let me go to the clean deluxe, because I still want the multiple heads. Well, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna send a message. Hopefully, he doesn't ban me from the group.
He may make fun of you in the group.
Whatever. I'm gonna ask him. I'll be like, hey, would it be okay if I transfer my NRD over to the clean deluxe and just order that instead of the whatever?
But you know what's funny, Costa? I ordered the clean deluxe, and in hindsight, I wish I'd just gotten the basic clean one.
Why? I don't think the basic clean one doesn't have the deluxe. I believe has more cats. Hold on.
I didn't even realize I was getting cats. I thought I was just getting 3 head sculpts.
No, we're going on to their website. I'm gonna look at because those they do look good, the cats. So, let's see. I don't think like the penguin with the flocked penguins. I don't think you need the flocked penguins because they're not really furry. But let's see. Clean deluxe comes with 2 cats. You get the walking cat and the licking cat, and I'm all in for those. I mean, the flocking's okay. Either way, I'm cool with flocked or unflocked. But I'm glad I get multiple cats. I also like the fact that you get the 3 faces, the 3 different head sculpts, which with the deluxe.
What does get me with the sculpts though? It does bug me that you don't get a fully neutral sculpt.
Well, no, you get this one right here. That's pretty neutral.
Because they had the vote and there was 4 sculpts. And I just think that, like, licking one, are you really going to spend all that money on the most artisan figure ever, according to Yoast Suppliers, and pose her with her hand here covering her face? Is anybody really doing that? I really wish they had included the fully neutral sculpt and then the other 2 based on the vote.
If they turn out like this, I'm totally happy with all of them, and I may use the licking sculpt for myself. I might do but move the arm down a bit, but not do this, or maybe have the figure to the side, and since it has rolling eyes now, I'll roll the eyes over, looking at Batman. And he'll be like, "Oh, hello," and you know, there's that. But
my other question about this figure, though, that corset, in all the pictures I've seen it unpainted, And I don't know if that was just a placeholder or what. It was like solid plastic. And I know those boots are one solid plastic piece. I don't know how posable this thing's going to be for you to have it side on. And if that corset is hard plastic and you're trying to get movement, is that going to be rubbing against the fabric and causing an issue with time? I don't know. I am wondering how much we're actually going to be able to pose this thing, because I just think split cut ankle boots should have been 100% done. Like having thigh, almost like knee high boots that are one solid piece of hard plastic.
I have a question real quick,
Not going to be able to move.
we're running out of time. Doesn't this body look different than the one in these pictures?
It would be, because they got up to like version 14 of the custom body. So I think it would be different.
So I don't, because that's what makes these, there's no muscle I don't know, like there's something, they're bow-legged looking. It looks off. The detail, you know, in the glove looks good. I like the little newspaper. Looks good. The rest, like the curtains need help, especially if you look in the what do you call it? If you look in the movie stills, the curtains are not.
Someone posted one.
Yeah,
they're very different, and even the window frame being like the concrete here when it should be wood.
And the problem with this back acrylic here is the same problem that they're having with, to me, with their Cinebox film things, because they don't look like there's depth to them. And I think part of that is the fact that there's no thickness to those. And if you want like true backlit acrylic to give you like depth that you want to like dive into the place, you need it to be thick. So also the cheap looking illustration in the back, I personally don't think he needs any of this to have it seem like we're looking into the apartment. I'm cool with just the hello there. Maybe the hello there lights up. But I know that would cost more money. I know that's the other thing. I know money is involved, and you don't want to go, and I don't want to shit on this like 100, because I want this to be great. Now I'm thinking I just want the regular clean version and not the battle damaged. And I'm praying Kit will allow me without kicking me out of the group. Although this does look good. Her head just looks too big. Like,
because she still looks like she doesn't have a neck.
Yeah. So,
and this is what's concerning me. We saw the dodgy prototype that had no neck. I don't know if it's just the angle these photos are taken off, but the head looks too big, and I don't know if that's the angle, the focal length, or because we're not seeing her neck.
It's not the focal. We've already established it's not the focal length. That's not what causes that. Also, if you notice, they do look bigger. The newer head sculpts look fatter and bigger than the originals. I understand this is production, but we wouldn't have been. I don't know if this is like good publicity or bad publicity. It's publicity. We wouldn't be talking about this if they didn't just keep on posting like process pictures. Like that's the luxury of someone like me who has like a DIY channel showing process pictures. People love that, but they don't not buying it. They're not spending hundreds of dollars. I think that's why there's all the scrutiny. The 2-pack is, I think, $11.50 on Yost's website, but it's, you know, much more on Kit, and that's where I had to get mine. Where is it? It's $9.50. It is $9.50 here, but it's like $1,300 on Kit, and that's understandable. We pay that tax because you can't get it here. Plus, it was 158 NRD, and that's why I'm like so into this. I have $158 that I don't want to lose, and I don't know if I would want to pay the remainder if it turns out to be crap. And I think that's where the scrutiny comes in. I'm not a hater of JazzInc. Fucking have 3 of their vehicles, and I have another one on order. And I know that 1/12 Batwing is going to turn out good because they've already done a 1/6 scale one that turned out amazing. So please don't come at me about that.
I think,
but these are legit concerns.
But I don't think you're the only one in this situation, Costa, because I watched that video on the 6 Scale Shields channel with David and Mandy, and Mandy said, look, like, it breaks my heart. I love Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, but I'm going to cut my losses and forego my NRD. And I think this is the thing. Like, I do think this potentially is going to be a hard sell. If you get it, and it's not at the quality promised. And I see it all the time in Australia. Like, people get JazzInc vehicles, something happens, they try to sell them, and I see the prices, and I know they're trying to break even. But for the casual collector, when you see a vehicle that's close to $4,000 Australian, and you can go to Pop Culture and get the Hot Toys one for $1,000.
Yeah, I mean,
like, it's I just don't know that this is going to be like an InArt that's going to hold its value and maybe even go up. I don't know that that's going to happen.
But I will say, I mean, the 2 Batmobiles that I have are so impressive that when I do look at the Hot Toys one, I'm like, that's a toy. I'm sorry, I'm not shitting on your thing. I'm just saying, it's impressive. I got lucky. Like, the best of the 2 is definitely the 66. Like, that is, it's like so perfect. The lines are crisp. Everything is just perfect on that 66 Batmobile. The 89 has some but you can't tell unless you go up to it with a magnifying glass. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, I need to put lights in that case. I need to be able to see it because it's, hold on. I need to be, because I can't see it with the glasses on. I'm like, with Batman right next to it, oh, the weathering in the metal and having the metal pieces, goddamn that thing looks so good. I'm just worried about this and losing a good chunk of money. That's why you're not seeing a lot of people order the Penguin. We're just waiting. We want to see. We want to wait and see. But
5,000 Catwomen, 700 Penguins. That's the last number I've heard Yost talk to. And I'm going,
this doesn't help.
Even Gilbert had the great comment, and I'm with you, Gilbert, when they talked about, the pre-orders were going to close. Because I remember I pre-ordered because they said it was October, then they extended it to November. And I remember I ordered it like the day before the POs were meant to close. And that's another thing that has annoyed me about this process.
Yes.
Like, you've literally left the pre-orders open for like 18 months. Like, remember InArt? 3 days to pre-order the Heath Ledger Joker. Like, I hate stuff like that. Like, don't be misleading with this, because people could have made a more informed choice now, or even last year.
Yeah.
Then you making us think we only had a month or 2, and then everyone's still got it open for PO. That is another thing that grinds my gears about this situation.
Let's go through some of these comments real quick. And I will also say, actually, maybe this will get brought up. Like Uncarded Reviews, he's on the same, but let's be completely honest, the JazzInc Catwoman doesn't look like what was promised. It truly looks like a homemade kit bash. At this stage, I can't disagree with that, and it makes me sad. Like, I want to disagree. I want to disagree with you, Uncarded Reviews, but I can't. So, hope the Catwoman turns out, of course. Oh God, please. Unless the only thing that would,
no one wants this to suck. We all want it to be amazing. No. The signs, however,
I don't see Hot Toys making one anytime soon. So yeah, I don't want. Could you imagine? But InArt could make one of these, like, if they wanted to.
No, do you know what's disappointed me more about the way this is going was
Mhm.
that Mars Toys was doing the Catwoman and the Penguin, and they abandoned those
Did it?
projects
Yeah.
because their sculpts were looking nice. And I think, would it have been perfect? I don't know. Would it have been a much
No,
more
wouldn't have.
palatable price point? Yeah.
Listen, with Mars Toys, we'd either get perfection like Prank Villain or the current Penguin or Biff. Like you get Prank Villain, you get Doc, you get
But if you're paying $250 for that, that's more palatable.
would you even be paying $250 though?
I don't know.
Like the
I
Harvey
don't know
Dent
what it
was
would have been.
$140. I know you get nothing but a tailored suit, like and a head sculpt that looks at well, we don't even know if it's gonna come out. Fuck. But anyway, Mars Toys does have hit and missness to it.
I just wish we had the option. I just wish the option was still there.
Yeah, the battle damage version looks better than the normal. I like I like this version of the battle like this picture of the battle damage. I think that looks like they hide the neck and the bigness of the head, but then you go to this and you're like, what's going on?
It's a bobblehead.
It is. It's a bobblehead. Get better photographers. The cat is good. Yes, it is, and I'm most excited right now for the two cats. I love getting little animals. The diorama looks cheap. It does. No snow, then make the base floor white or something. I mean, you could do that. Didn't there used to be a pediment at the top of the diorama? Let's look. Because I have their original pictures out here. But so here's what the prototype in the pictures looks like. Now, I don't know if this is, what do you call it? If they actually made this or if they no, I want to just see the base. Damn it. Hold on. Is there just the base? There used to be this. What is that? Oh no, that's Catwoman. Yeah, I don't see one with just the base or we'd be just the base. Like these, oh my god, this is stunning. These are stunning. Why didn't they keep this body? I would have been fine with this body. Although she is skinnier, but I think I would have been fine with it. That's the voting. Like not everybody's going to be happy. That's what I want. I want that. That's the picture. Yeah, I don't see a pediment or anything at the top. It's just the little snow was taken off. The curtains are done better in this.
Oh yeah, the curtains are a lot better.
The curtains are so much better in this version of it, and I hope
they're still not the right fabric, but they look better because when you see the picture, there is a difference between the two fabrics. These don't look like someone's gotten a strip of paper and just cut chunks out and they're just popping everywhere. Like this looks a lot more finished.
Cat is like, it's all relative to the cost of the product. Yes, it is, but don't promise me shit and then cheap out later. If you change the diorama and other things that differ from the initial offering, then people should. Yeah, that's true. But they do have the caveat that they put in every prototype that this is not the final prototype. So
pending license
they got us
approval.
there.
But
the snow can be fixed. The posing is crap. That's the other thing.
No, we've had to change it. They should have said that.
Well, yeah, and Kat is right. Get some, put Zord, have Zord take some iPhone pictures. If you want to send them the prototype, have them pose the figure, because whoever posed these figures,
that's a great point, because you know what he should have done? Because he did this with the 89 Batmobile. He had cousin Anthony, who's in the Netherlands. He was the one who took the pictures of the Hot Toys DX9 Joker with Yost's 89 Batmobile. So the book that people got, cousin Anthony was the one who did a lot of the pictures with the figures. So he's in the Netherlands. Like, he would totally go. And who better to pose your figure than someone who I think is one of the best posers in the community? Like, he would go do it. He's in the same country as you. And as I say, he's done it before.
Yeah, just get a good photographer and someone who can pose, because I think that also would have
Anthony could do it. Anthony at
assuaged our fears. It would have assuaged our fears, and we would not be talking about this because I have a lot of money riding on this.
Yeah, we all do.
Sir. I still like JazzInc. I do too. I do not dislike JazzInc. I like JazzInc a lot, and I will still buy their stuff. But this first figure, also, I want to say why they really wanted to hit a home, like really wow everybody and do the Catwoman, which has got to be one of the hardest figures to do. Do the Penguin first. If they would have done the Penguin first and it turned out like, because I think that is going to turn out beautiful. I think that one's going to be like, because it's a lot of the suit and a little bit like the painting and the weathering is not as I think having to deal with
clothing.
the suit.
It's a lot easier than trying to find the right material that's going to be somewhat posable, have the right look, like at the stitching. I agree. Like, I think the Penguin would have been a much better first offering, but I still think they made a really big mistake rushing this announcement because of the Eternal Toys Catwoman. I think they rushed the pre-orders to market maybe earlier than what they had hoped to do.
Yeah.
Because this thing was still in so much development. And I'm with you. I think the Penguin would have been a much better first choice to go with.
Gilbert says they can't pose a figure right. She doesn't stand natural and looks like the posing sucks. Now,
but
uncarded
she's gonna be
reviews
limited with the boots. The boots are going to limit what you can do with her.
Uncarded reviews is like the J&D version is gonna blow. Pfeiffer Catwoman is gonna blow this one out of the water. Not so fast, Mr. Uncarded Reviews, because J&D. Let's see if they come out with this at 6 scale. They've done the 3rd scale. Not all of their statues come out. The larger stuff doesn't come out with J&D with likeness. They're Harry Potter figures. I mean, look at Harry Potter. He's an Asian Harry Potter. Even the updates to me don't look that great. Only Ron and Hermione look fine. Yanni Wick.
Yanis Vikopoulos.
Yeah. Are they going to continue to give us shitty prototypes at J&D and then go, we'll fix it later. We'll fix it. We'll
recall it. We'll recall it.
They did that with the Joker. Like,
and the Potter kids. They did the same thing.
Come on, Uncarded Reviews.
Me with J&D is the gap is so big. You've got that Two-Face that looks incredible.
It looks incredible. That
bank robber Joker, that if they led with that as their purple coat Joker, would have hands down been the best. You've got them here, and then over here you've got Hong Wong Potter, and you've got Yanis Vikopoulos, and you've got most, like, the Christian Bale Batman they brought out. I'm sorry, the details on that face are so soft.
And the prices are just insane. Correct. Crazy Eddies, crazy J&D, where you guys don't know Crazy Eddies because you're in Australia. But the prices are insane. And some of you might not know Crazy Eddies either, even if you're in the United States and you're really young, because this is from the 80s and 90s. The legs look very long. Yeah, proportions seem off-ish. That's the pose I would do. So I think Gilbert's talking about hell yeah. Come on. That was my teenage years. I'm just going back. I'm sorry, Helen, but that's what I'm going to do. I was 14. Well, I know. 2, 3. So 16 when this one came out, right? 92, 15, 6, 7. I turned 17 It was during my birthday. So yes, not a lot of posing there. Excuses, the original suit was hard to move. Yeah, I mean, even to do this figure, because she got sucked into the latex suit. So I mean, you're gonna, this was a very difficult choice. Very difficult. Let me go back to this one because I like this picture better. I want to give them a positive look on this picture. This is probably, this here, I think this is where it looks good. And the pre-order would have been closed October 2025, but still open for orders. I don't see, like, JazzInc normally closes their pre-orders when they go into production, and I'm fine with that. Like, they're a small company. Get as many as you can get in to make it profitable for you. That's cool. Mary Sullivan, hello, good morning. Mary was, I was on Victoria's Cantina the other night. Had a great time talking lots of Star Wars. So I got all my Star Wars out there. Helen's facial expressions say it all.
Yeah, I'd
Bro
be a horrible
Collector is
poker
not
player.
a fan of the flock. Get the flock out of here. Their original versions of those cats,
Plastic.
I thought they did a great job. I think the flocking's not necessary. Let me see if I can bring up the cats. But I don't think it's necessary to flock if it adds money to their back end. I would say don't do the flocking if that's what it is. But Sean, whoever created them, did a great job. Hell here is USB-C light up. That's why the base is only for the 2-pack. All right, so it is USB. I don't remember all the details, so that's why we're going over this. Yeah, and she had a buffet.
I think that was about the faces getting bigger.
Okay. Well, and the Cat in the House also had issues. I don't know if you saw earlier, Cat. I was talking about how Pop Collectibles fucked me over, and yeah, and that was during the talk about Artisan Luke. Let's see. Send the production figure to Justin so he can review it right, and then laughy face. Are you saying you don't agree with Justin's reviews? Because he sort of is biased on some of these companies, especially ones he works close with, very close with. Well, Justin is great, but keeps endorsing. He endorsed. None of these fucking guys learn, and they're trying to. Where they're like, I get mine at Pop Collectibles for a discount, and you should. He probably gets them free, not just for a discount, but you know.
Do your research.
Lost $1,200. God, jeez.
Goodness.
That is. I got store credit for it was like 3 something that I had with them. Mary Sullivan has the 66 and the 68. They're beautiful. Yeah, that's 66. Listen, if I had room, I would also get the 68 because it is different enough with the paint job and some of the things. They are beautiful. I will say that. I know, but the answers would be answers by a good review. Well, just listen, Justin, I don't know how Justin, like, I'm trying to think, what was the last thing that he did? He did InArt and he didn't like some things. I'll give him credit that because he does like consult with both of those, InArt and JazzInc, on things. So it's kind of hard for him to be unbiased about this stuff. So yeah. Don't work with the companies and then review them and then give them glowing reviews. Like, is he unbiased though? With Hot Toys, he is, because he can't get the figures for free from Hot Toys. Like,
I think that's the thing. Like, Hot Toys is not offering him a vlogger
we're gonna do a
deal.
whole Justin section. Listen, is he really unbiased? He does work with the companies.
Yeah.
Like Yoast is like, hey, I'm gonna send you this. And
Do you know what makes me laugh? When Yoast is like, oh, what a surprise! Justin has done a review. I'm like, really? What a surprise. Like,
that
come
was
on, dude.
totally
Don't
planned.
insult our
Totally
intelligence.
planned.
Oh my god, I can't believe Justin's reviewed my product. Really? Because you sent it to him. And what does he do? Review everything he gets. Are you real? Like, come on.
I don't want this to be a shit on Justin fest either, but
No, but it's not. This is
but
my critique is like, you know, Justin's getting the product, you know, he's going to review it. So why not just go, hey guys, Justin's posted his review of our product, but the whole feigning shock of, oh, I can't believe
you know what's
it.
great? You know what's great?
Really?
Nobody's gonna get this far into the live stream on the rewatches, so we won't get comments saying
Look,
that.
if Yoast watches anything I'm on, he will dislike me, and I frankly don't care. This is my collecting experience. These are my views. If you all you want is like the faith militant and the people that are going to be sycophants, that's not me. Don't watch my channel, sir.
So wait, great point. They did rush with the Eternal toy release. Yoast was pissed. I think he's talking about the Iron Scavenger.
No. That's when I was saying I think he rushed the Catwoman announcement and POs because of the Eternal Toys Catwoman.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
the infamous
You know what? That is a
illegal figures video, because he's like, oh, didn't want to do this, but my hand has been forced because of these illegal figures.
But him and Hot Toys started as third party. Like you can't do that. You can't
1000%.
You can't be like, oh, illegal figures now, because you were forced, because of the 66 Batmobile, you were actually forced to get the license. Like, you had no plans on getting the 66 Batmobile license, but you were forced to do that, which when he said that they had to pull it from the website, I was like, so sad. I'm like, no, my childhood dreams. Come on, let Yost cook. Let him do his thing, please. Unmasked version would be nice. Yes, I think it would be nice, because then I could make a regular, get Kit Bash, another Selena Kyle figure. CBS Sci-Fi says stick to Hot Toys. And then Justin is fair, but you should always make up your own mind. That is true. He is fair on Hot Toys because he has no skin in the game. I will give him that. Like, but it is well documented that he is close with InArt, and he has, given tips and stuff with InArt, and he gets the stuff first with both InArt and JazzInc. He gets them straight from the company. Like, Hot Toys will not do that. Also, I still do not like the fact that you have companies like Pop Collectibles that will scam the shit out of you and you lose money. And I have, and Cat in the House has, and countless others have, because they work on this practice of taking from Peter to pay Paul, where the money that you put in on pre-order is used to pay for the ones that are just released. And if they don't have it, then some people who have pre-ordered the figure don't get it, but they don't tell them. And then you go in and you try to get your money back, and you've paid the payment plan. And then they're like, no, we don't have it, or it's going to cost more, or they upcharge it. And that has happened. That's also documented. Also, I've been shit on by Pop Collectibles. So it's hard for me to, God, I hope I don't endorse somebody that scams, because that's all I need, because I will cut them all. I will be done. As soon as I hear multiple people, and I don't see myself doing any kind of promotions like that. I'm trying to think. Will I get involved in that shit? Maybe on my other channel, which is Disney related, and I get Disney stuff. So But I'm not going to have my people get scammed. I'm going to make sure that there are going to be rules to having a sponsor or promotion. Also, make sure that you fucking tell everybody that this is a promotion, because that's kind of,
Yeah.
because you're supposed to say it's a promotion. I think it's unfair when the actors don't get paid for the figure. I agree, but this is a new. I agree. But yeah. Why do you got to make me have a conscience? Come on, Dreaming Visions. Why? It's going to be $800. Although some of them have it built into their like with Star Wars and Marvel. My guess is the newer contracts, the likeness for toys is built into their contract, so they probably are getting paid for the likenesses through Hot Toys. How much more are you getting from like a third party that sells 100 or 200 figures? It might be one of those like contract or one of those checks that comes in like a residual check for like 10 cents, So some of those getting Michelle had to approve the figure. Yes, the prototype. Does she have to approve the final one? I don't know. Maybe. I hope so. Although, listen, actors, if something looks remotely like them, like if it was me and I was like, oh, yes, I'd be like, yes, let's go for it. It looks beautiful. But I don't know what it's going to look like on production, because once you go into production, like the actor's going to approve the final look of it and it looks great, but then once it goes into the production line, you don't know how the painting's going to come out. You don't know, like the factories then take care of that. Dream and Vision said yes, and I wish I knew what that was too. Assisting to the regional Sith, welcome. I really think Hot Toys and InArt will do this figure. I hope so. I have a lot of faith in InArt now that I have the Severus Snape here in person. So
I think they could do good quality. I don't think they're going to do it because when they've been asked about the Keaton Batman movies, the response from John has always been they weren't popular in China. And I think because most of their licenses are still that China region.
Harry Potter popular in China? Because I
don't
say
know.
that
I have no idea. But whenever he's been asked about Keaton Batman, the response is always they were not popular movies in China. That's always what he said. So yeah, I agree. If they were to do it, would they do a great job? I think they would. And this is where I think if there was more options on the table, I totally would have gone for a Hot Toys or a InArt over the JazzInc, 100%. But I don't know, because even the Zoe Kravitz Catwoman, I think, would have been such a no-brainer for InArt to do, and they didn't do that either. So I can't see them doing it, to be honest.
It makes me. Oh, Harry, Dream and Vision says Harry is very popular in China.
There you go.
But the pre-orders for Harry Potter were low. And although that could have been because it was the younger versions, because I'm thankful that they said that they're making the older versions of those characters. So now with my Half-Blood Prince Snape, I will be able to get the older versions of Harry Potter, which I'm happy about. I'm still like, Spec Fiction still has Dumbledore for pre-order, and I'm like, do I get the Richard Harris Dumbledore, or do I wait for the Gambon Dumbledore? But why not both? Sometimes I'm saying, which I shouldn't be saying. Get both. Should only need one. God damn it! Why do they do it? Let's see. Kat says Pop Collectibles screws you at the pre-order. That's where it happens. Yeah. Toys Wonderland lost 400 there. Yeah, I jumped ship as soon as I saw things, and I got store credit. That's how I got the Inspector Clouseau and stuff. So they wouldn't refund me my money. They were like store credit also. So that's where when somebody says no refund, even and has no policies, zero policies on their website about NRDs, about anything. It's a little shady. So I got those, and I got a bunch of other figures. I went with the Cable. Yeah, I went with the Cable. I wanted Cable with my with a Deadpool. I'm happy about that. So, what is up, Elko? Elko. Echo 7 Delta. How are you doing today, man? It's let's see. How are you? How are you, Helen?
I'm good. How are you, Carlos?
Let's see. I would recommend doing an unboxing video of what of which one of this you want me to do an unbox. What do you want me to do an unboxing of? I'm not an unboxer. What'll happen is I won't do a review. I'll unbox it and be like, this is why I love this thing so much. It's not a review, motherfuckers. I love, because that's what I think I'm gonna start when the uncollectioning really goes into full force, and I get all these box that like do more uncollection shorts and stuff. I think I will do the unboxings and then put them in a case. So we'll have all the cases done, and we'll do unboxings and cases. You know, unboxings and cases. So I won't be able to unbox the Inspector Clouseau ones, but I love those. Thank you, Caustic Plastic. Although you guys also it's the artists, and I understand being a creative, when your like thing is out there and people are like criticizing it, and you're just like, but you don't understand. And I get it, like you blood, sweat, tears, and you know, Sean Dabbs commented on people commenting on that. The other thing, like one of the artists at Caustic Plastic had a problem with somebody who talked about the Crow figure, saying that like I've said it, that it's a better likeness. I didn't say it's a better, like it's a better likeness, the Crow from Hot Toys, but like the quality and the painting and all that on the Caustic Plastic is definitely better. I mean, they are years and years, like years apart. But he had a problem with somebody saying that but like, and that got taken down. I'm sure the head of Caustic Plastic was like, yeah, no, like let's take that down.
I do like the expression on the Hot Toys figure. I do like the expression.
No, I
but
like
it looks dated. It does.
It's definitely dated, but to me it looks more like Brandon Lee, and the Caustic Plastic one at the moment looks more like the wrestler Sting in some pictures, and Brandon Lee in other like again, it's the whole picture thing. Don't come at me for that, because I have the full Ultimate Edition Premium on pre-order, and I'm going to slowly put some money on it so I can have it all paid off.
With the window diorama.
With the window, baby, because I'm making a big ass case for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That looked
making
amazing.
a big ass case for that.
Nice.
I'm gonna put mood. I want to try to put fog in it, like in the case, so we can have fog come out rolling from the ground and stuff. I don't know. I got these big ideas.
That's cool.
And yeah, and yesterday I did a talk in the Discord. We have a channel where you can, do voice chat, and we had a bunch of guys in there, and like Bob Dylan was saying how, because I named these after Greek gods. I have the Grail Hermes, the Grail Ion, the Grail Atlas. He's like, are you going to come out with a Grail Zeus? and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, you know what I think of with Zeus is the lightning bolt and stuff like that. He's like, you should make the Grail Zeus have like built-in USB power and stuff like that. I was like, yes, we're gonna do built-in USB power. We're gonna do built-in speakers. Like, this is gonna be the case of cases, the Grail Zeus. So yeah, but anyway, I think this has potential and upside to be good. I just hope it gets there. and I'm praying if don't show me anything until the final, and hopefully that final is in SDCC, and give me a couple of weeks before you actually release it, because if it looks bad, I will probably cancel, because I don't want to spend, unless Kit lets me move over to the clean deluxe from the 2-pack, because that's what I plan on doing. So let me see. Let's see. I'm sorry, my wife is sending me. I think she.
But
I
yeah,
wonder if she came home. I'm like,
you are right.
yeah, she's home. All right, so
we
we are
want to
done.
be optimistic. We're hopeful. We're
We're
concerned,
done.
but we're hopeful.
Yes.
And we're done.
What do you have going on?
Great question. I just posted my first collection tour video on my channel last week. So that is there for anybody wanting to see my collection, my broader room. You get to see my details that you don't get to see in my stream. That's a treat. And then I just have my regular stream every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern in the US. I don't know what time that is for everyone else. It's 10 p.m. for me here in Western Australia. Maybe I'll do a video on something else. I don't know. The collection room tour was an undertaking, so I don't know what else will be next, but it's there. It's about a half-hour watch. Maybe make yourself a cup of tea, a nice biscuit. Enjoy collection room tour. What a treat.
Yes, it is a good collection room tour. So go see it. And sub and join Helen's channel. Sub and join Helen's channel. All right. I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna do another stream later. I may hop in the Discord if you guys have any questions about anything or just want to chill. So yeah, come meet us in the Discord. Join the channel if you want to do that. Oh, you know what? Stop sharing. New merch coming out soon. I don't know when, but I want to make sure that it's good. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your weekend. Peace.